might be able to take care of the wounded people.
Okay, we're having some technical. Shireen, I'm going to let you go. We'll try to get back in contact with you. We're having a little technical difficulty with that telephone line. And, of course, that was Shireen Al-Yassin from Jerusalem Al-Quds giving us the latest there.
Okay, we're having the latest breaking news coming in for you from the latest Israeli attack on the Gaza aid convoy in international waters. The latest news coming in is that the Turkish Foreign Ministry has said the deadly Israeli operation on 8 ships carrying aid to the Gaza Strip, among them Turkish vessels, may lead to irreparable consequences in bilateral ties. You're seeing images there, the latest images from Istanbul, public protests, strong public protests going on for hours now outside the Israeli consulate against that attack, which has left, according to Al-Aqsa TV, you're seeing there at least 20 people killed in that attack on activists, international activists, including politicians, on those 8 ships, at least 8 ships there. And the strongest attack has apparently been on a Turkish ship which was carrying the bulk of the aid and one of the largest ships that's been attacked. And Israeli TV saying that Israeli cabinet minister has said that the images are certainly not pleasant, and I can only voice regret at all the fatalities. That's the Trade and Industry Minister of Israel talking to Israel's Army radio. The news coming in from Israel. A lot of anger and frustration caused there by these attacks. The attack, of course, occurred at least 150 kilometers off the Gaza coast. At least 20 people have been killed. Scores of others are reportedly injured, and some reports saying that the Turkish ship which was attacked has been transferred to Haifa, and Israeli authorities are trying to jail or deport some of the activists on board, as they had threatened earlier before the ships were trying to reach Gaza. They were carrying 10,000 tons of supplies for the people in Gaza under a 3-year Israeli siege. And now the latest diplomatic tension that's come out of this, Turkish foreign ministry official saying that this is going to has caused actually irreparable consequences in ties between Turkey and Tel Aviv. And of course Israeli authorities have also blocked all information and have jammed signals with those ships. So our correspondent Hassan Ghani is also in one of those ships, but unfortunately we can't as of yet contact him. And a lot of concerns now over the safety of those on board the ships. Reports saying from Israel that the activists have been resisting the forces that attacked them. Well, Press TV's Ali Risk joins us now live from Beirut. Ali, a lot of responses there. Hamas has said, as I told you before, that it's calling for intervention to stop this attack, and it's saying that this is a crime against humanity. And now the latest, the response from Turkey, saying that it will lead to irreparable consequences. So what do you think will be the regional response to this? What are we expecting now?
Well, I think the regional repercussions are, of course, are very far-reaching. I think these repercussions might even reach the so-called peace process itself, meaning the attempts by the U.S. administration to launch these proximity talks between the Israeli and Palestinian sides. Now I think the pressure will be immense on the Palestinian Authority to actually, will it now go ahead, will it continue to agree to these proximity talks after what happened? It even puts pressure on what is referred to as the moderate camp in the region, namely Egypt, the Palestinian Authority, to some extent other countries in the Persian Gulf. These countries now come under immense pressure to actually stop their stance and join forces with what is usually referred to as the resistance bloc, which is led by Iran, Syria, and which also includes the non-state actors of Hezbollah and Hamas. So I think the repercussions will even go to the level of the so-called peace process and the American efforts. So I think even the US itself will be extremely annoyed by this event. Even now, we just saw Hamas right now, as you did say, calling for a popular uprising. So what happened actually gives more validity and gives more credit to the argument made by Hamas and made by Hezbollah and Iran and Syria that Israel is not a peace partner, is someone not interested in peace, is a murderous regime out there to just expand its territory and commit human rights violations. This gives more validity to that argument, and now puts immense pressure, as I said, on the US administration, which might find it difficult now to convince anyone, if anyone might be left. Of course, we still wait and see what the stance of the so-called moderate bloc is. But it puts more pressure on anyone who might have been ready to go ahead into a diplomatic settlement, or begin with diplomatic settlement, diplomatic negotiations with the Israeli side. So, as I said, the repercussions very far-reaching to the top political level, and the fact that Turkey took this stance as well. As we said, Turkey is a very important ally for the US in the region, so the effects are extreme. And as I said before, it will be very interesting to hear the White House, what its argument will be. We know that Recep Tayyip Erdogan does have good relations. He was in the White House and did meet with President Barack Obama. So all of this, I think, will lead to unfolding of very, very interesting events in the near future.
Press TV's Ali Risk is speaking there live from Beirut.